I think our town will always be here. Don't think we could ever just walk away from the town of Haysi because it's a great place to live there. It's an exceptional little place. That's the reason why I got into politics there, you know, over the years. I wanted to see our little town become a better place there.
When I was a boy, we stayed on the river. You know, they didn't have the games and things they have like today, right? So we stayed on the river, we fished, and we done whatever we do, swim. My parents owned a little restaurant across the street called Haysi Cafe. And of course, back then it was really, coal was big at that time, and we had hundreds of people on Friday, Saturday night, and what have you. And it worked out well till automation more or less come in, slowed everything down, then people started moving out. A lot of us stayed, you know, they went away to work. Some went to the steel mills in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan to work the car factories. But once they get their lives built together and come back, they seem like they wander back in this way. It's hard to leave the mountains, it seems like.
It's a good town to live in. It's a good community. That's one of the things that people say most about us is it's a really friendly little town. We work well together and we're excited about the revitalization. So we're looking forward to new sidewalks that's supposed to happen really, really soon. And looking forward to new businesses coming in. We feel like the town of Haysi just has a lot to offer, and you wouldn't think that by just driving through, but if you lived here, you would realize that we have the Break Center State Park, which is about 15 minutes from us, and we have the John Flanagan Dam on the other side of us that's about 15 minutes from us. We have lots of fishing. They stock the streams, and people come here to hunt and fish, and a lot of times just to look around, just to be with the people here.
Haysi is really a small town. You know, you blink your eyes and you're about through it. But it's, as far as a better place to live, I don't see one. The scenery is beautiful around here. I've been several states and still can't find nothing, the mountains and stuff like around here.
See, I wouldn't need that one.
As soon as somebody walks in the door, first thing we ask is, how can we help you? I grew up doing carpentry work, so I pretty much know exactly what people need when they ask for something. You just go right to it and get it for them, and you know, that's really good when you can do that.
Haysi is a small town in Southwest Virginia that's just a tight-knit community of a lot of different kinds of people. I mean, really. We process curly maple for instrument companies to build guitars and mandolins, banjos, those types of things. We buy the logs and process it in a product for them that they can use. Really, I mean, there's so much in Haysi and close to Haysi that if you're not used to seeing this kind of thing, it's incredible. I mean, and I've seen that reaction from people, you know, looking up at the mountains and being in awe. You know, the geography here is so radical, and yet we've still made a way to be successful and rather be nowhere else, you know, than in Haysi. Well, I mean, when you're sitting on the bleachers, it's like it's a whole town against another town, and you're rallying together. I mean, you may not know them, you know, who they are, but you're both in it together, you know, and supporting the team. You know, without question, that brings more attention to Haysi than anything, and that's great.
Haysi's had quite a few disasters. After 2 floods and a whole town, almost town-wide fire, people immediately got together and came the next day and started with hammers and nails, and the neighboring town of Clintwood came and helped, and they built it back time after time after time. People wouldn't give up. They loved their town. They loved the mountains and the beauty of the mountains and our unique location. It's a very personal town. People are very friendly. When they see you on the street, they smile at you. It's not, you can't be anonymous in a little town like this. And some people might find that as a drawback, but for us, it's more like we're all family.
Probably the one thing that I think just draws you to this area is the mountains. We used to go on vacation and we'd go to the beach and the flatlands, and we would head back toward home, and our youngest son would say, "Oh, the mountains. I'm so glad we're back in the mountains."
Me being a father of 2 small kids, I'm rather be nowhere else, than in Haysi.
This little town here is quiet and silent. And I guess you may have noticed we don't have a red light in the town, right? So I love that, because after spending time up north in the cities, I like the slower pace and the easy-going, easy travel type. The music has always been here. It always has. It always will be.
Well, I love Haysi just really because it's Haysi, to me, our home.
We want to bring people here and let them experience what we experience every day. When we wake up in the morning, we're not hearing honking horns.